Welcome to Crimson Tide Connection, your home for Crimson Tide sports, and I'm joined today by the head coach of the Alabama baseball team, Mitch Gaspard. Coach, thanks for joining us.
You bet.
Coach, you had a pretty good weekend to open up SEC play, winning 2 out of 3 from Tennessee. How do you feel like the series went for the Tide?
Well, I thought there was a lot of good, that came out of the weekend. I thought that, we got a terrific start on Friday night from Charlie Sullivan, who threw a complete game. I thought our offense, was really came on and had our best weekend offensively. And really, I thought the biggest thing was just our mentality and just our competitive fire. I thought we played with a lot of energy for all 3 ball games.
As you said, Charlie Sullivan had a great start on Friday night. You limited Tennessee to 9 runs in 3 games over the series. Can you talk about your pitching and defense? Seemed like they came up pretty big this weekend.
Well, we did. I thought both, the Friday-Sunday game defensively, we were, outstanding. And just, the middle game there on Saturday, I thought we played extremely hard, and but we just didn't handle the baseball very well. We made 4 errors in that game, which is really something we have not done this year. Right. And those led to, some of the runs that obviously you lose in a 1-run ball game. But from a pitching perspective, I thought obviously Sullivan gave us a great start on Friday night. Keller gave us 5 innings on Saturday, and then I thought Spencer, really kind of fought through 7 innings on Sunday. And that's still an area, I think, our starters, that's kind of been ongoing. We want to get a little bit more out of those areas, more like what Charlie did on Friday. But right. Again, the bullpen came in, and which is really a lot of young guys in there, and they came in and they threw a lot of strikes and competed really hard. So, as I said, I think that's another area of our team that's going to get better as we move through the season. And but those guys are getting valuable experience, and they're improving as we've gone through this year.
Well, Coach, after a tough couple of last weeks, at the plate, your team knocked out 43 hits over the weekend to bat 371 to start SEC play. I think you have to be pretty pleased with that number, don't you?
Well, I think a lot of that goes to our schedule, that we've played. I mean, we've played a very challenging, competitive schedule. We've seen just about every type of arm, that you can see. And I thought, that showed. And a lot of, hitting's contagious, like a lot of things. And we had some guys really have some big weekends, and I think some of the other kids were able to kind of jump on board and deliver some big hits. But we also took advantage of some things that some miscues, different things, and we were able to stretch some leads out both on Friday and Sunday.
What does that say about this team? Like you said, you took advantage of some miscues on Tennessee's part. I think, does it make you feel good to see them taking advantage of those things? I mean, sometimes you can get those, but if you don't do anything with them, it really doesn't help you. But it seemed like you really took advantage of those this weekend.
No, that's exactly right. And I mean, that's where, as I've said, this group, the preparation's been really good. They work hard each day, and they wait on those opportunities. And with the new bat now in college baseball, you're really not going to go bang out 5-6 home runs, like you did in the past. So you have to take advantage of walks and errors and the little things within the game. And then you got to have really good execution. Your bunt game's got to be good. You got to run the bases properly. And then eventually somebody's got to deliver big hits, and we were able to do that this weekend.
Well, Coach, on Tuesday night you traveled to play Sanford in Birmingham. You've already beaten them one time this season, 5-4 here at home. How do you feel like you're going to match up against Sanford there in Birmingham?
Well, I think right now, I obviously coming off this weekend and our biggest offensive outburst, yesterday, 15-1. I think, we're in a pretty good place offensively right now, and that's what I want to see now is us just cleaning up the little things, part of the game where you have to be good in, but also I want to see this consistency with our offense. We may not score 15, but have good quality at bats, throughout a 9-inning period. And I think this team is close to doing that. I mean, as I said, they play with really good energy, and they're a team that's very competitive. And with that, that's what we want to see is a consistency with our offense as well as the entire ball game.
After you traveled to Birmingham on Tuesday, on Wednesday you traveled back here to Tuscaloosa to take on in-state team Jacksonville State. What do you know about them?
Well, I think Jacksonville State, much like a lot of the teams in state, I mean, you almost have to separate everything that's going on through the year because that opportunity when they come in to play the state school in Alabama, you're going to get great effort, and Jim Case is a terrific coach, he's done a great job at Jacksonville State. But Sanford, Jacksonville State, all those schools, we've got to be at our best on Tuesday, Wednesday, and also that gives us a great opportunity to build momentum as we get into our second SEC series.
Well, Alabama fans, if you're in Birmingham, come out and catch the Tide taking on Sanford on Tuesday night in Birmingham, and then the Tide comes back to Tuscaloosa here on Wednesday night to take on in-state team Jacksonville State. Coach, congratulations on this past weekend and good luck this week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
For head coach Mitch Gaspard, I'm Christopher England, and that's it for this edition of the Crimson Tide Connection.